Hi friends, Right Careers welcomes you to another brand new video. This is Yes Sudarshan, your career coach. Before we get on to this week's topic, the customary thing, in case you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much. And in case you haven't, do click on the subscription and bell button for instant notifications of parenting and career related videos on a regular basis. Now, are you someone who's always glued to book, who's always read books, recommend books, love the idea and fascination of seeing books, newspapers, journals, etc., then this video is for you because if you are someone who loves reading books and then suggest your friends as to which book to read, you can definitely make your career as a librarian. And that's the topic that we have taken for this week, career as a librarian. Not only that, and we're also going to see about relevance of library and librarian in today's context, especially in the world of digital. That's what we're going to see. Now, first of all, before we see the relevance and all, we need to understand who's a librarian. And I'm sure most of you know, if you have walked into any library, the person who's going to sit, who's going to issue the book is obviously the librarian. So librarians are generally, they are skilled and qualified professionals. They're not someone who are unskilled. So if there is a library, there has to be a librarian, and that librarian has to be a skilled and qualified professional. Now, in what and all we will see in where the skills and all. So they are skilled and qualified professionals who are in charge of organizing, maintaining, and issuing library resources. And library resources could be books, journals, digital archives, etc. Whatever it is, both print and digital form. So they're someone who basically handle the inventory part of library, that where the books goes, the flow of book to the readers, and then coming back to the library. They're also responsible for cataloging services, cataloging the resources that they have got, and then conducting periodic audits within the library. So these are the primary role or jobs and responsibilities of the library. So in short, a librarian is an information science professional. That's the right term to use. They're information science professional who generally works in schools, who works in colleges, who works in public libraries, private libraries, etc. So that is the crux of being a librarian. Moving on, you might be surprised. There are some types of librarians which not many people might have come across in their general walk of life. The first type of librarian that I can think of is an archivist. Now, what is archives? Archives are, I'll start with an example. I used to work for a long time with the Hindu. The Hindu, as a newspaper, it got published from 1878, which means it's more than 140 years. And the Hindu still has archives of a lot of old papers, 1920 ka paper, 1947. For example, 1947, August 15, August 16, the Independence Day news got, should have got broken, right? So that news is valued. It's still, when you see that goosebumps moment comes, right? So that is archives. So archives are something where you store, you preserve the things for the future generation. When you get to see those, goosebumps are guaranteed. So you can become an archivist. That's the first type of librarian, where they organize, they preserve, they maintain the records of books and journals and newspapers. That's the first kind. The second type of librarian that I can think of is that of a school librarian. As the name itself suggests, every school has a library. As a school librarian, you are responsible for channelizing the books, maintaining the books, maintaining the inventory. That's the second type of librarian. The third type of librarian is a public service librarian, where you are, unlike the first two, you will not work in schools, you will work in government libraries, which means you are a government servant, doing the same thing, but then, at a larger level. It could be for a town, village, district, panchayat, wherever it is. And, you can also become an archivist if you are also going to work for as a public service librarian. So these are some of the types of librarians that I thought are there in this sphere. The next, moving on, how to become a librarian. It's very important as to if you want to become a librarian, how. After your grade 12, you got to study a program called Bachelor's in Library and Information Sciences. Not many people know that there is a program like this. It is a full-time program, professional program, but then this is just a 1-year program. Wow, right? After 12th, you study 1 year and then you become a librarian. It is a proper graduation bachelor's program, bachelor's in library and information sciences, post which you can study a master's also, again a 1-year program. Alternatively, if you feel that you need a 3-year program and you still want to become a librarian, You may study bachelor's in English as BA English or BA History or BA Anthropology, and then take 1 year program or diploma or certificate programs as a librarian, and then become a librarian. So BLib, if you ask me, is just a 1 year program. If you want 3 years, it's up to you, to move to a proper degree program. No. Where to study is an important question. Most of the government universities, central universities, will have BLib programs. Some of the important or prominent institutes that I think, definitely Jadavpur University in Calcutta, it's a renowned university. You have Aligarh Muslim University, you have Delhi University, Puducherry University, Madras University. These are some of the universities where such programs are offered, and you can check in your own cities and states. Now, coming to the next topic, how is library today? I mean, it's a burning question, right? The one definitely cannot deny the fact that students going to library is on a decline. When I studied, when I was a small boy, like my son, library was the most preferred and an aspirational place for us because we used to grow up reading. Today, if you ask me, the situation is the same. No, the avenues have changed. A lot of digital disruptions have come. For example, I travel a lot in my professional thing. Whenever I travel in trains, I used to read a lot. I used to see a lot of people reading in trains. Today, I don't see a single person, including me. They've stopped reading. They are glued to the mobile screens, digital screens, and that is not an exception as far as libraries are also concerned. So, if you see the number of walk-ins to the library, it has come down. So libraries today are undergoing transformational changes, especially the digital disruption. It is undergoing a lot of change with more and more digital and electronic resources coming. Now, if this is the scenario, what is the relevance of librarian today is something which you have to see. If you ask me the answer, it is even more relevant today. Today, librarians are more relevant than what librarians were few years back when there was no digital. How? Because with the advent of data, with the advent of information that we get, the information and data has to be channelized. And who will channelize? It is the librarians who has to channelize. We get raw data, we get raw information that has to be channelized into proper thing. When you enter a library, for example, you can't have raw things surrounding you. It has to be channelized, right? Distributed. And that is what modern day librarians do. So they are basically experts in organizing and categorizing information in such a way that it is accessible to users like us, both in print as well as digital. Because today's libraries are hybrid model. It is a combination of print and digital. Wherever you go to the public library, it's hybrid. Go to college, it's hybrid. Go to school, it's hybrid. So they actually, are the ones who channelize these resources. They help people find the information what they need, whether it's book or online. Now, coming to the conclusion, as technology is growing at a faster pace, advanced pace, digital literacy has come to it's becoming more and more important. Now, libraries are the forefront, are the change makers when it comes to using the technologies in a proper and effective manner, because they are the ones who are going to, channelize the information and give it to the users like us. On that note, I would like to end this topic. In case you have more doubts on how to become a librarian, the relevance of libraries and librarians, you can always ping me. All the credentials are mentioned beneath this video. And until next week with a new video, see you all. Take care. Have a safe week. Thank you.